All right. So, Sethos. Don't sleep on Sethos. He's actually a lot of fun, and he can do big charge attack damage. And he can do big auto attack. He's like a Yoimiya and Ganyu in one, but Electro. So, and it's because he's Electro, it's gonna be kind of Aggravate or Hyper Bloom. I actually haven't used him in Hyper Bloom that much, but we'll try it. We'll try him in that here. He's got a Wanderer's Troop. Um, and I know that they gave him that bow, the Cloud Forged. But believe it or not, the slingshot is one of the best recommended for him. Not just because it has crit rate, but because of that extra damage, that 60% damage you get from normal and charge attack if you're close. So because you need to stay close, you want a shielder or interruption mitigation. And he's also EM hungry because his charge attacks suck his EM. So you need a good battery. I happen to think Dory is great for him. But you can use Fischl. The problem is that Fischl does her own amount of damage, so I don't want her to steal his shine right now. Kirara is Dendro, and she does shielding, but she doesn't apply enough Dendro. So that's the only thing about this comp right now that I have that is lacking is more Dendro application to keep that aggravate damage going. So we can switch out Sucrose for like Nahida or Dendro Traveler or Yao Yao, whatever you want. But just make sure, and you can switch out Kirara also in that case, if that happens. You just gotta have a shielder. Sucrose was there to boost his EM, but you can get that boost also with Nahida. So I'm gonna go ahead and use her,
I've been waiting for you for ages.
even though she's broken as well. So that's kind of a cheat. And I don't need Yao Yao if I'm using Dory, because Dory can heal. And she's got the Forest Regalia to give him EM. So everyone's boosting his EM. And then you just fly away with the charge shots or the auto shots. I prefer charged attacks. But the cool thing is that you can use him either way. I think for the Hyper Bloom, I'm going to use his auto attacks and Sincho, because that way it'll synergize. But here, just to illustrate.
Hey,
It's my lucky day. Finally, I knew the fairy.
It's like he's almost like a, whatchamacallit, like a sniper. That's what I like about it. He's like a sniper in this situation. Really, you're gonna be stingy and not give me any drops? Okay. So let's try Hyper Bloom. And I would say with Hyper Bloom, we don't need the shielding.
for justice.
We do still need. We definitely need the recharge. So Dory or Fischl. Now let's try it this way and see what happens.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
The perfect distance.
Ouch.
Let me leave you a breath.
There we go. I mean, there's a lot of powerful supports in that one. So it's really hard to tell what he's bringing to the table. But as you can see, he is pretty awesome. Do we need him in the game? Not necessarily, but if you're a newer player and you just don't have the whole roster of characters that have been available since the beginning of the game. And even then, he's pretty awesome. Because he's another alternative and a 4-star DPS like Heizo that you can utilize for the game content and even the harder end game content. But as you can tell, like, you can use him either way. I kind of like more his charge attacks. It feels like that big burst type of damage. He just knocks the crap out of people with it. Trying to think of where else we can try him. Well, there's the usual. Let's go to a Ruin Guard real quick. I'm gonna switch back to the Aggravate with Karararara Rara Sispumba. I'm using her because she's available, especially right now. I mean, I could put Zhongli, but I'm trying not to use cheat cards here. We'll keep Nahida rather than Sucrose for this flying fella. Let's see if I can continue to illustrate how much fun this guy is. Again, if you're gonna use Slingshot, which is really preferable, honestly, but you can use Cloud Forged because it's designed for him at this point, and it gives him EM. Slingshot is better, but you gotta stay close to the enemy, which is why I want the shielding. You know. And my Dory is set up to help this dude. Look at that! Did you see that? Dude. Oh, oopsie. You can beat me all you want, buddy. Because you're dead. That was a good illustration right there. I don't know if you guys saw that one hit that did so much. So we got a new Aggravate King. I mean, if you don't, for a 4-star, this is honestly, thank you, Hoyo. Don't sleep on Sethos if you got him, or the next time he comes around. If you want a good bow DPS, you don't have Yoimiya, you don't have Ganyu. Who's on Tainari, and even then, I like Tainari. Don't get me wrong, I like Tainari. He's really easy to use, but Sethos is kind of better. He may not get as much. You may not get as much out of him because he's not a 5-star, but you'll get enough. You'll get enough out of him. You just gotta have the right setup for him. He's recharge hungry, especially if you're gonna use his charge attacks, which is, in my opinion, the way to go. You need a good Dendro applicator, and if you're gonna do the charge shots so that you don't get have some interruption mitigation.
I'm gonna go check it out.
With someone like either Dia or Kirara as a shielder. She's Dendro already. She's available to anybody right now. And or any shielder though. Lila, Zhongli, it's fine. I'll do this one just for shits and giggles. It's so much fun, right?
Grow, sharing my knowledge.
Way ahead.
You get like a good 3 shots before he. Oh, he's dead already. Yeah. We saw more with the other guard, but you get my drift.